Hi everyone, we're going to do a video of the house, starting from the front door. We got a closet right here, with just a little bit of stuff in it. My wagon for going to the store is right there. The gate for pinning Pepper in when it's nice outside is in there too. Our coats, our grocery bags, which I need to start remembering to take the bag to carry Pepper in. Our Christmas stuff is up there, along with some bags. Pepper's leash. Just junk that's sitting on the little brick thing here. Underneath it, it looks like it used to be a planter. Might get used for that again eventually. This is the living room and our fireplace and Eric. Pepper. He likes to lay on the back of the couch. On this side, I brought in pepper plants. That one doesn't look like it's doing so hot, but this one's actually doing pretty good. This is my cayenne. Then I got 2 different types of aloe in the window. I got peppers that are dehydrating in the window. Plus I got that squash and these 2 pumpkins still left. Most of the rest have been cooked. This is the kitchen. We've actually repainted this kitchen and we put new light fixtures up. And when we took that one down, we ended up having to rewire half the house. Loads of fun. We took the cupboard doors off because I like open. And these counters I painted as well. They were a yellow color, and I switched them to this.
Yeah, yellow Formica.
Yeah, it was yellow Formica. And the floors were an ugly yellow color too, and I painted them the same color gray that is on the cabinets, but it turned out this yellowy gray on the floor. I think because I had to use more polyurethane for the floor. At least that's my guess.
Yeah, so it's a little blotchy in a couple spots.
But that's the kitchen. Nice and white. I'll go back through the bedrooms. This is the hallway. There's 1, 2, 3 bedrooms and a bathroom. A little closet that we use for all of our storage stuff pretty much. Well, what's not in the garage. This closet is completely empty and will eventually not be a closet. We're gonna get rid of that closet. And instead of having the tub and shower, we're just gonna do a shower in here.
Turn the light on.
Yeah, that might help, huh? We need to put green board up there instead of the white that they put. And then fix that all up. We put a new ceiling fan. The old one didn't work. I took out the old cabinet that came all the way out here.
You can see the remnants of it big.
And I literally could not walk through here without hitting my hip on it. So we switched to this little one and a shelf. I eventually want to switch this mirror out, and those lights I want to move a different fixture but over that way.
And the reason we're getting rid of this one closet is because we're gonna change the tub out
I
for.
already said that.
Ah, okay. Sorry.
He wasn't listening.
I was.
And when I was changing this out, I noticed that the toilet that was here was cracked down there on the back so bad that I'm surprised it wasn't leaking.
I'm surprised it didn't rot out the floor either.
Yeah. And so we instantly changed that out as well when we first moved in here.
Yeah, our house had been sitting for 5 years vacant as a foreclosure. So
That room we have painted, but our roommate lives in there, so we'll leave that one alone. This one is the other bedroom that we have already painted. My gray curtains. It had no curtains when we moved in. Our closet. About half of my clothes are there right now. The other half are in the washer and dryer. And my husband's clothes are all in that dresser. He's got his work clothes and his dress clothes in there. I watch you guys on that sometimes, the ones of you that are also on YouTube. This one has not been painted yet. As you can tell if you look at all the splotches on the wall. Those are holes I filled.
that's going to be next spring's project.
These are all holes I filled. Somebody really liked their nails.
And then
Our bedroom looked worse than that when I did it, so.
And then whenever they were done with that nail, instead of pulling it out, they would just pound it in more. So we had to pull out a lot of little nails and screws. And,
Oh, they even plastered over some of
yeah,
the
and
nails.
they wouldn't even make them flush. They would just plaster over the top of them. So that's,
It was very unique, to say the least. I got my gardening stuff here. My seeds are there. And then my other gardening stuff's all on the bottom. Then my pantry is up above. And my sewing stuff actually got put down on the bucket. I forgot I got into that. And this closet here,
just more storage for
right now,
miscellaneous.
it's got a tent and some chairs and air mattress. But that's all going to go out of there. And this closet's going to go away, and it's going to be an entryway into the kitchen. So that I can get to my pantry easier. And now we'll go out to the garage. Doesn't he look so comfy on that couch?
Yeah, that's been his new perch. So he can see everything outside.
And this is our garage. He's got his bike out.
That I've been working on a little bit here and there. Well, slowly. I'm a little laid up right now. They had to re-break my finger yesterday and put a plate and a couple screws in it to fix it. But before that, I have been slowly collecting all the correct parts for my 1937 Shelby.
The newest thing on it since the last video.
Was I mentioned I was putting a drop stand in, so I thought I'd explain what a drop stand is. So back before World War II, a lot of bicycles would have a stand like this. So which holds the back wheel up a little bit. And then when you're not using it, it clips to the back fender and acts kind of like a bumper. In fact, I've got the other stand on it still, so instead of a regular kickstand. But so I'm the second owner of this bike, so I keep finding little tiny things that the original owner has done. He loved his bike immensely, but he wasn't a very good mechanic, so I keep finding little tiny things that I need to fix. So the newest one is, when I was putting my drop stand on, that you have to take the back wheel loose, I found out that he took off a couple little tiny thin nuts that hold the brake arm on. So I need to fix that next. Before the weather gets nice and I'm riding this. I ride this bike quite a bit, or at least I did last summer when we first got it. So that one and our 1952 Monarch that Connie rides. So
The recumbent is mine. I ride it most of the time. And then he's got his other bike.
yeah,
We
those are
showed
the
you that
bikes if we
last
want to get exercise on. If we want to just putt around, and we take the old ones.
But since we moved in here, that water heater has been replaced. The old one quit the day we moved in.
Yep, and we put a
We
Band-Aid
got
on
it. We got it back started for 2 days,
Yeah, about 2 days.
and then it quit again, and then I got it back started one more time,
And that lasted a week.
and that lasted a week, and then that was it.
So, yeah.
We've had to redo the duct for the dryer. We took out a cabinet that was in here that was huge.
Big, huge cabinet that was from here over. It had big old doors on it, which was kind of neat because it had a little bit of history of the house. There was a note on the door of the cabinet that said oak tree planted in backyard on April 2nd, 1957. And
We cut that tree down though.
let's see. Oh, you can.
I've showed him that before.
Yeah, the stump that's
The
right
stumps
out-
were where that bucket is.
Yeah. So.
This fencing is going to go out there along my trellis to keep the cats from going through and the dogs from going through, because they're coming right through.
Yeah.
And I'm going to eventually have that fence so that Pepper can go out there without
Us having to.
having to have the leash on. So he can just hang out with me. With me, of course. And this is for doing the back, along with this.
Yeah, we can.
We're going to do a fence back there, and we have a metal
Gate.
gate to hook those to. Oh, it's over there. You moved it.
Yeah, last time I mowed the lawn, I was one of those crazy people that mowed the lawn in January.
That's going to be a gate over where I told you we're going to put a gate behind the garage.
Yeah, you can adjust this to
It
whatever.
adjusts to different sizes,
And so, yeah, I just put a 2x4 here,
and down on the bottom.
down at the bottom, and then put your slats on, and we have the hinges and everything for it. It's a nice, inexpensive, but sturdy and good gate. And that was donated to us by a couple friends.
But that is our house. We also did lights in here when we did the lights in the house.
Yeah, when we
These are just plugged into light plugs that we put in the ceiling.
yeah, we're
A friend helped us do that. He's an electrician.
we're gonna the plan is we're gonna sheetrock this all in here nice and paint the floors and
Yeah.
and put a nice bench over by the window over here for Connie for her gardening. And so this garage will be for my bicycle stuff and her gardening and just nothing really heavy. And then we're going to be building another garage right next to this one out
On the other side.
outside.
I already told him that on the
Yeah.
last video.
That our 67 Chevy truck Gus will be parked in there with all our yard tools and mower and stuff like that. So
Oh yeah, we also put new man doors because we had somebody that was breaking in here.
well, so our house, like I said earlier, our house had been sitting for 5 years vacant, and we had squatters, or they had squatters in it every once in a while. I think they said 3 or 4 times they had to kick people out.
One of them got smart enough
Well-
to make a key.
Yeah. And so when we moved in, we changed the outside, the front door lock, and we changed this door's lock. And we were going to go get the other 2 changed, and we never did for some reason and forgot about it. And the first winter we were here, I would get a phone call from Connie, and she'd say, "You left the door unlocked."
That
And
one.
I was like,
Sometimes this one.
I'm pretty sure I locked that. She's like, no, you unlocked it. So that went, and summer came along, and the
They
she
quit
didn't-
happening.
quit happening. So then last winter, it started up again, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure I locked it. And she went for a walk after that, came back, and she had locked it when she went for the walk. Came back, and it was unlocked. So that kind of freaked us out. So that night, we changed the locks.
Neighbor
then-
helped me go get the locks. And because the doors were messed up,
The very next weekend, we changed
we had
the doors
to
out.
change the doors himself.
And a couple days later, she was out by one of our, inside.
I was in the living room next to that big window that's right next to the garage. And I hear a pound on the house and fuck, I lost another one. And looked out the window and somebody was running around the corner.
So when that was before we did the electrical. And so when I was up in the rafters up here wiring in some stuff, I found his nest basically. So that guy, he never stole anything. He was quiet as a church mouse apparently, because we never heard him. But right up where this
Under
piece
this
of sheetrock
sheetrock?
is, on top, he was getting up there.
Back
I
in
think
that
he was using
corner.
my bench over there.
He was probably using the bench.
But he was going up there and sleeping to stay warm.
Which means some of the times that I was out here in the garage, there was a man up there.
So yeah, a little scary. But like I said, luckily I think he was just trying to stay warm.
Yeah, I think he was just trying to stay warm. He never bugged me.
Never bugged him, never stole anything, just wanted a warm place to stay. But kind of scary, but glad we got that taken care of. Hi, Pep.
Doggy's following us.
Yeah.
But that's it about the house for now, and we will give you updates as we paint and all of that stuff.
Yeah. Come spring.
And,
we'll
and
get-
fix sheetrocks and
Yeah. That'll be happening soon, hopefully.
also Pepper found a hole down here
Oh, yes.
underneath this for us that told us where the cats were getting in when we first moved in.
Yeah, it was like since the house had been
It,
sitting
it
for
was
a while,
cat central.
It was like Wild Kingdom in here, between the cats and
They were going under the house because there's a gap.
there was a gap.
Yeah, there was a gap underneath the man door. We've now fixed that. And then there was a hole underneath those steps.
That they would come through and then go up.
They come through and then they go up into the attic. And the crawl hole that goes up into the ceiling was where they were dropping down into the house. So, yeah.
The joys of having a house have been sitting for a long time. You have to kind of work some of the bugs out, but it's the best thing we've done. So pretty happy with the progress we've had. We've been here
Yeah.
2 years and a month and a couple days. So
And we've done quite a bit, especially for not having a huge income. He's the only one working. My health doesn't really let me, so.
luckily, I have a lot of friends that are contractors and electricians and stuff. So lots of trade and work.
But I'm going to end this video here because I need to go back in the house and sit down. You guys all have a great day.
Bye.